How's it going out there, Mike?
Steady.
Time is getting shorter. Winter is on the way. I would like to find a piggy bank with some more pay in it.
What about 80 pop?
80 pop, that stuff that we got rained out last year.
Yeah, all you have to do is dig a drain and you can get the drain it.
We have
dry
no
up.
choice. There's a lake there.
Oh, I know.
There could be a fair amount of pay in that.
Yes, a lot of that nice white stuff too.
Mike's idea? Go back and look for white channel pay in a section of the 80 pup that was stripped last season, but then flooded and abandoned. If the pay streak's down there, it lies under 20 feet of water.
Well, to drain all that, we better build a big pond, huh?
To drain the 80 pup, Mike needs to pull off a massive engineering feat and build the biggest settling pond on Paradise Hill. First, they must strip the perimeter of a 25-acre section of ground for the pond. Next, build a mile-long dike around the pond, which will also form a 20-foot-wide road. Then, lay a 1,000-foot megapipe from the flooded 80 pup cut to the edge of the hill. Finally, pump 10 million gallons of water through the pipe and let it flow down the hill to the pond. Tony wants it done in just 5 days. Tony's lost precious hours using iron from the cuts to build dikes. To speed things up, he's invested $700,000 on 2 new secret weapons. Belly scrapers.
Awesome.
Hitched to a couple of 469 horsepower rock trucks, Tony's new toys are ideal for building dikes and roads.
We're gonna load them up, and we're gonna go try them out. See what it can do. Oh! It is a multi-purpose thing. You know, you can do more than one thing with them. Basically what they do is, when you unload them, they just keep on driving. They spread out the footing material, and bingo, they're gone.
While Mike and Kevin build a 1,000-foot megapipe,
There he goes, dropping the load.
Tony's counting on his brand new belly scrapers to speed up the build of the dike that will also serve as a road around the new pond.
The guys are finishing up the pond this morning with the scrapers. Seems to be doing pretty good.
Hey!
Hola.
With the flooded 80 pup cut draining into the new pond, the beats gather to weigh a week's running 24/7 from the blue cut expansion.
So I hear Cousin Mike had some excitement with the scraper.
Well, he cut the corner a little tight, so he had tipped that thing. You got to pull out, get this, get that. So got it out. Nothing, nobody hurt, nothing broke, so it's good,
That's the most important thing, isn't it?
right?
Anyways, that's all being said and done. I think we should weigh some gold.
Wait up.
You counting today, Mom?
Yeah, I'll count. 10, 20.
To stay on track for his 5,000-ounce goal, Tony needs at least 350 ounces a week.
210, 30, 40, 300, 320, 350, 400, 430, 450.36.
Worth $766,000.
That's not bad, really.
That's pretty damn nice.
Things here are running good. The biggest challenge we face right now is that we are running out of good ground.
Halfway through the shortest season ever, 25-year-old Parker Schnabel is about to make a big move to expand his gold mining empire.
A good friend of mine gave me a lead on a pretty good piece of ground just outside of Fairbanks that's for sale. It's a $3 million deal.
With gold prices at a record high, Parker's building a war chest to buy the new ground in Alaska. Despite the late start to the season, he's already banked as much gold as this time last year.
We need to make some money up here, and a lot of that needs to go towards exploring new property and finding more and better ground.
But now, for the first time, Parker's leaving his mine site in the middle of the season.
It concerns me a little bit because there's a lot of judgment calls that get made, and I like being involved in making them. So I'm just about to hit the road, lieutenants. I'm gonna go try to find us some ground in Alaska.
We definitely gonna need something here sooner than later.
And Mitch, while I'm gone, you'll be in charge.
I got it.
All right, while I'm gone, my main concern is getting Lucifer moved to right here.
Uh-huh.
Tyson should be able to move their plant and deal with all of their ditches and whatnot, but I'd like you to just keep a finger on the pulse if he starts getting stretched too thin.
Okay.
We can't afford to have Lucifer down, or we are gonna be in trouble.
We'll try and keep her on track.
I know you will.
Sounds good, man. Let's make this happen.
All right.
Thank you. Good.
Come with me? Hopefully I come back to a nice setup and not a wash plant upside down in the ground.
Over in Parker's new claim, the Promised Land, Tyson Lee is running wash plants Lucifer. He's off to a strong start this season, despite never having run a plant before.
That's crazy. Look at how small this cut is. Just the shape of this cut, how narrow it is, makes it really tough. And you got the wash plant that low to the ground, and you got to constantly be babysitting it. What's happening?
It's getting ready to move Lucifer.
So what's your game plan here?
Parker said to me before he left that he wanted the wash plant upstream, and he wants it set up low, so we got to get this done and get sluicing by the end of the week.
That's never how we've mined in the past. You gotta have some room, man. These are big wash plants that need big cuts, big area. Put the wash plant up on a hill. You got this spot over here, try and set your plant up on it. Get some height. It's gonna buy you a lot of time and give you a lot more freedom down here. Every time you're moving a wash plant, well, it's not making you money. That's a lot of gold at the end of the season you're not gonna see on a table.
Yeah, well, I mean, man, it's his sandbox, and I'm just playing in it. I just don't want to get, you know, when he gets back.
He's not gonna like it, but Parker's not here. I'm running things now. But at the end of the day, he's gonna appreciate at the end of the season when he sees a lot more gold on the table. All right? All right, thanks.
Come on, quit around! Let's go! Parker said to me before he left, he wants that wash plant sitting over there in that cut before he gets back, and if it's not, it'll probably mean I'm packing my bags. So, you know, that's just, it's not an option.
Mitch told rookie plant boss Tyson to ignore Parker's orders and follow his plan for moving and setting up the plant.
Gotta be kidding me. That is just a joke. What the going on? Hey, hang on!
But Tyson is sticking to Parker's orders, hauling Lucifer to a nearby, low-lying location in the cut.
What's the story with this? I told you not to do it that way.
What do you expect me to do?
Parker's in here telling you to cut corners, and you know what's gonna lead to this? You gotta straighten him out. When he comes at you with a stupid idea, you gotta tell him that.
You know how much of a hard head he can have over stuff?
You can't just tell the boss what he wants to hear. You have to tell him what needs to be done. If you're telling me you're cool with that setup right there, you need to rethink your game, man. There's nothing worse than the boss leaves, comes back to a disaster. That's not what we want happening here. I want to keep this train on the rails here while Parker's gone. I don't want to have to give him a call here saying that hit the fan. Hey Tyson, you got a second? Sorry for losing it on you yesterday. That's not the kind of boss I want to be.
Yeah. It was just heat of the moment sort of thing, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. You know what, Mitch? You have more seniority than I do, so we'll move the plant your way.
I think it'll work better for everybody. We get this thing set up right, it should run pretty smooth. Well, everybody knows what they need to do.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's go!
Beautiful work.
Thanks, man.
It's looking nice.
Yeah.
The super stacker is the last part of the plant to be brought over and connected before they can fire back up.
That's awesome.
Woo! Good job.
All right, buddy, here we go. Time to make some money. All right, Alec, let's go. Here she comes. You know, this certainly wasn't easy, but we've got Lucifer down here on the best wash plant pad it's probably ever had, and everything's running smooth. Everybody's gonna get to do their job and not have to kill themselves to make all this work.
Well, we found a new home. Yeah, for now. Better late than never. Let's get as much gold onto the ground as possible.
Nice job.
Right on.
Now Bob's broke down. It's a real pain in the because everything's so far away. It's definitely a pain with how spread out we are. Everybody just lives in their vehicle, trying to get to where the broke down junk is.
Parker is expecting a hell of a lot. Just the thoughts of Bob being down right now is pretty bloody frustrating, and I'm just waiting for a good chew, and yeah, we just need this wash plant up and running.
Parker is looking for his new Sulphur Creek operation to deliver 1,000 ounces. But in its first full week of running, Wash Plant Bob is down with a broken pre-wash conveyor.
I mean, everything was running so smooth, and then just something simple shuts the whole operation down.
We're way behind schedule, so we got to really make it up here in the back half of this course.
To get it back running, father and son mechanics Bill and Justin must first replace the conveyor's broken drive shaft.
Finally got this thing out.
Okay. In. So
The shaft that we got is way too long.
the keyway's not the same here either.
Oh, man.
The keys are not lined up for the keyways here.
Yeah, that keyway's too short.
A drive shaft's keyway grooves slot into the conveyor's bearings and sprockets. If they don't line up, the replacement drive shaft is useless.
I don't know what my next step is. I really don't. We cannot go back to the yard and tell Parker we don't have the right stuff. I don't know how we ended up in this situation, but all we can do is fix it.
You know, wait a second here. Can you pick that one out and turn it around? If we can get that set back in the truck. So that lines up with that keyway, does it?
It does.
And this
You know
keyway
what?
lines up with this keyway.
So if we were to chop this off right here,
Yeah, we would have our proper keyways.
The replacement drive shaft is 1.5 feet too long and its keyway too short at one end. Bill and Justin's improvised fix? Flip the drive shaft, cut it to length, then grind out the keyway to match the broken shaft. Next, fit the bearings and mount into the pre-wash before adding the sprockets that slot onto the chain and turn the conveyor. If the keyway doesn't fit the drive shaft precisely, the chain will quickly track out of line, shutting down the conveyor once again.
So there's our mark.
All right, you young little pup, fire that up there and put it in place.
Up, up, and away.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
This is a trust moment.
Yeah.
And try that bearing on there now.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's get this mounted in here.
This keyway's lined up.
Like, how much longer are you thinking? Like, Parker is breathing down my throat.
All right, let's get some sprockets on this thing.
Okay.
We are spot on.
Moment of truth here, boys.
Time to fire it up? It's about time!
Yeah! Yeah! There we go, boys.
Thank you, thank you!
Thanks for your help, Jacob.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, buddy.
Now, let's feed some dirt through it.
Wash plant Bob up and running, Parker's crew get back to washing Sulphur's pay dirt and are one step closer to finding out if his $2.5 million gamble will pay off.
Try and make a dent on this pile before the end of the week. Do everything we can to keep Bob sluicing. So far, it's looking bloody good.
We want to see how Big Red did?
Let's check it out.
Old trusty top gravel Big Red.
Yeah.
Yeah, your top
reliable.
gravel. Big Red.
Big Red has been running top gravels in the bridge cut. Last week, it delivered 77 ounces.
40, 60, 75, 90, 95, 98.5. Better than last week.
That might be Big Red's best cleanup of the year.
Worth around $250,000.
It's getting better.
It's like approaching an ounce an hour.
Okay, Mitchell.
Roxanne put in some work this week.
Yep.
What do we got here?
Roxanne has been mining the second half of the long cut all week, which so far has been averaging 220 ounces.
10, 30, 40, 60, 70, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. Keep it going. 160, 168.2.
Worth over $420,000.
I mean, that's a little less than what we had last week, but still.
But it's triple digit.
Better than a kick in the I suppose.
Hello, Bob,
Mitchell,
dude. Here.
Big Bob there.
Time to find out if the first full week of running at Sulphur has paid off. Parker's looking for it to deliver 300 ounces.
Bob on Sulphur. 60, 70, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 170, 200, 220, 240, 270, 280, 290, 299.0.
Worth nearly $750,000.
There you go. You almost had 300 ouncer.
Yeah.
Not gonna get no closer than that without breaking it.
Yeah, it's nice looking gold over there too.
So is that like 5.5 for the week?
That's gonna put us in the neighborhood of 565.7 ounces for the week.
Worth $1.4 million.
Season now is 3446.2. A little over a third of the way there.
With well over half the season behind it. It's been a real struggle all season figuring out where to put plants and hauling pay a long distance and just on and on and on. So it's been hard. Overall, the gold, it's been very consistent, consistently poor. We need to figure out how to do close to 1,000 ounces every week.
He's already reduced his season goal from 10,000 ounces to 8,000.
The problem is, this week we only have 2 wash plants running. Sad. I'm starting to get used to having 3 plants running and having a lot of nice big cleanups, right?
Parker had been running 3 wash plants, but last week, the operation on Sulphur Creek ran out of stockpiled pay dirt, shutting it down.
Right now, we're pulling the pay dirt from the downstream end of the long cut, and we got a lot of material that's got to make it up to Roxanne to keep it running.
The long cut has produced inconsistent gold all season, but Mitch Blaschke is on a mission to deliver a big week.
Just trying to get as much gold out of this long cut as possible. Parker doesn't want to pull anything from any other project, and there's no spares, which means to keep Roxanne running 24/7, these 60-ton trucks have to be hustling here.
To increase the gold haul with a limited crew, Mitch is using 2 giant A60 rock trucks. Together, this mega truck duo can deliver 600 yards of dirt an hour.
Those A60s have been just lifesavers. They're packing around almost double what some of the other trucks are packing. In order to keep up, we're overloading them quite a bit, and it's very impressive what they'll handle. I've talked to my dad a lot about like loading trucks. Like, do you get greedy and overload them a lot, or do you go with what they're rated for? And my dad's like, no, just go with what they're rated for. Maybe it's because my dad says not to do it, is why I do it.
This season we have a bunch of new operators, and this is going to be a big test here.
We are going as fast as we can. Me and the boys are flying today.
Operating one of the A60s is 22-year-old new hire, James Kurtz.
Definitely a good learning lesson for being my first time ever working at a mine before and running equipment. Oh, what was that noise? That didn't sound good. It's beeping at me. Hey, Mitch, you got a copy? We got a problem. I'm pretty sure this truck just went down.
Oh, man, that's not what we need right now. Okay, dude, just park that thing.
Let me pull up out of the way for everybody. Oh, that it sounded worse. Okay, I'm gonna park it here, I guess. Hey, Mitch, I've got like 4 error codes flashing at me.
Hoses are all. It's a hell of a mess. This is the companion flange that mounts the drive shaft mounts to. This must have been cracked and it snapped. As soon as he backed down the ramp, the wheels are driving the broken drive shaft and it's just blenderizing everything. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's heavy. It's probably the worst one I've seen, actually. It's in a tough spot with 60 tons in the back.
The flange connecting the drive shaft to the rear wheels has snapped, destroying the brake lines and hydraulic hoses that power the dump box.
There's a drive shaft that goes to the front axle. Obviously, we need to get the pay out of the back, and then limp this thing back to the yard. All of this does something. These hoses are okay, but everything that these attach to outward is the lift cylinders don't function properly, so we can't even dump the box. Let's just start yanking everything out and run new.
Taylor Matika plans to replace the hoses so he can work the box and dump the 60 tons of pay inside. Then, using only the front two-wheel drive, limp the truck back to the yard for a full repair.
The other half of this hose, she does a lot of damage when a driveline breaks like that.
Here's our new harness. We need to lay it into the machine.
Taylor's first step is to replace all the destroyed brake lines and electrical wires before fitting and installing a new drive shaft.
Okay, we can start feeding her through, eh?
Yeah, they are screaming to have this truck back in the cut, so we're busting our ass to get it back out there. So we've just put the harness in. Everything's pretty secured. Janko's just jumped in the skid steer to go grab our drive shaft. So next step is to crane our drive shaft in here. All right.
The final step to this job, eh? Send this thing back to work. These are the ways they're supposed to look, undamaged. Swing it into position.
All right, we got a drive shaft in the air. It's go time. Look at that bad boy. Yeah. This has to line up perfectly because these grooves have to mate with the companion flange.
We're just throwing some bolts here in the drive shaft on the diff side, and then we can line up the park brake side.
The transmission's in neutral. It can sit there in freewheel right now. With the engine running there, it wants to do it on its own. It could go sideways, but it's really dangerous. I have pressure on it right now with my pry bar, so I'm pushing the brake pad against the rotor. So I'm just bouncing it a little bit to release pressure to get everything lined up. As soon as we get the bolts in there, we can shut the machine off.
All right, release.
How much?
We gotta go about 30 degrees. A little more. A little more. Okay, hold it right there. That's one installed drive shaft.
Okay. Mitch will be stoked we got this thing done. We can give him a shout and he can come pick it up.
Yeah, nice, buddy.
All right, bro.
I'm glad I could start trucking again, moving more pay for the boys. We're back to hauling as fast as we can. Taylor is a wizard at what he does, so he got it back up in only a couple. And hopefully she doesn't break down anytime soon again.
It's getting later in the season, the trees are turning, but we should still have time to get some more gold out of the ground. I'm going to try to get the dredge going. As long as you have some gold trickling in, you're always okay.
With his only thawed pay at Indian River, underwater, Tony's turning to his 85-year-old dredge to bank more gold. Digging pay with 72 buckets, its low-cost two-man crew sluice using an onboard trommel that can deliver 80 ounces of gold a week.
I'm the only guy here that runs a dredge. So yeah, I think it's kind of special. Anybody home? The you hiding in the corner for?
I was hoping you wouldn't find me.
Why not?
Stacker coming on.
Last season, Tony called good friend Greg Mason to get his prized behemoth up and running for the first time in 5 years. Tony and Greg are trying to maneuver the 350-ton dredge 300 feet closer to the south edge of its pond, where his only thawed pay sits underwater. But it's beached on raised bedrock, and the onboard winch motors are not powerful enough to pull it free. Now, Tony will use the 2 D7 anchor dozers attached to the dredge's cables to pull it over the bedrock and then guide it into position where the gold is.
Everybody clear?
Everybody seems to be clear, yes.
Good, okay, because then I'm gonna drive this ahead.
Tony is tugging us along right now. Mike is pulling from the other side, but Tony's doing most of the work. Yeah, man, that's working. It's coming.
Bingo. There you go, you floating, you know that?
Yeah, we're whistling now, Tony. Coming on with the trommel.
He's gonna start it up.
Try the bucket ladder.
Okay. First scoop of dirt, first scoop of dirt. Pretty cool.
She's dredging. Something's wrong here. Why is it leaning so much? Oh, crap. Oh, geez, she's sunk. Tony ain't gonna be happy, let's put it that way. It has to be one of the pontoons leaking or something. It was banging on some bedrock when we pulled it.
Overnight, one of the dredge's pontoons has filled with water, causing it to sink on one side.
So water and electricity don't mix. The other side goes under, there's a lot more stuff that could be damaged. The generator, other pumps, stuff like that. I'm looking to see if it's gotten to this side yet. It hasn't so far.
If the dredge takes on more water, it will fry the generator and put Tony's only running Indian River plant out of action for the rest of the season. The 350-ton dredge floats on 2 separate 70-foot-long pontoons. A leak somewhere in the right pontoon has allowed water to flood in, listing the dredge to one side. To right it, Greg and Mike will install 2 pumps on the bank to remove water from the dredge pond, allowing access to the pontoon's deck hatch. Then, use a smaller pump internally to drain it of water. Once the pontoon is empty, locate and repair the damage. Then, pump water back into the pond and refloat the dredge to get back on Indian River gold.
You can drop that one. This is the biggest pump we have. It's big and ugly, but it will move a lot of water. If it sinks anymore, then we're really Ruby, do you copy, Ruby?
Yeah, go ahead.
Jump in the loader for me and move this pump to the dredge, please.
It's so late in our season right now, we just don't have time to waste.
That is perfect.
We got the pump into place. Now we just gotta hook up the suction hose.
Yeah, you're good there. The water has already dropped a foot, so hopefully by the morning we'll have this pump low enough for us to save the dredge.
We got the pumps going, left them run all night. The water's down low enough so we can start pumping out the pontoons.
Dredge master Greg Mason is battling to get it back on the gold.
It's just going to be a little bit of cleaning up. So this is the problem pontoon, the leak in. She's got to be pumped out, get this thing floating again. Looking good.
The pontoon is drained.
So we got water coming in it. This is an old boat. So you're gonna have a little bit of rust and you're gonna spring the odd leak. That's all that's to it. We got one over here, so we'll have to play with it.
When Tony pulled the dredge off the raised bedrock, it pulled apart one of the rivets, locking the metal walls together.
At the moment, the dredge is the only one running, so let's keep the thing afloat. If you leak your boat, you gotta go fix it, so there's no difference here. Thing's done, perfect, good enough, let's get out.
Coming out?
Yeah. It's a lot better than it was. I think it'll last the rest of the season.
Now that we know about it, we can keep an eye on it.
There you go, perfect.
After 2 days of lost production, Greg refloats the dredge and fires back up.
That was an easy fix, really. Not 100%, but it'll make do for the rest of the season. You should do about a half a mile a day, maybe. Hi?
You're a funny guy. Huh?
I know. Looking pretty damn good, don't you think so?
Yeah, looks good.
Well, I always did like to see the dredge run. It does a good job. So it's something unique. Back on the money, I guess. Slowly. Mic down, mic down. Perfect. Good piece of cake, really.
Now it's on the ground, we can have a better look, make a plan.
Yeah. These two are about ready to fall out. Like 80% of the wedges, all the welds are cracked. There's the one crack that's all the way through the thing. Tony's not gonna be too happy.
What do you got, Gavin?
Cheap.
Well, I knew that.
I know a lot of your wedges are pretty worn. The crack on the ring's all the way through, at least the big one. There's 2 more that are started about a quarter way.
Okay.
I mean, we definitely can't run like this. This part here is about ready to snap off, and that'll not only the ring lock tight, just tear everything apart.
So, long story short,
if you had 4 or 5 welders to throw at it,
4 or 5 welders would be in each other's way, but how about 2 of them? One on each side.
I don't think it will get done. We don't have near enough people who can weld or air arc to do all this before end of season.
Anyway, so we're gonna call this quits then?
But I don't think we have enough people and time to make it work in the time frame we have left.
Okay.
That's a next year project.
After a season fixing every machine on Paradise Hill, Kevin has finally met his match. The beach season is over.
We better hope that we have a very decent cleanup then.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, last Goldway, guys.
Woo!
Done,
Yeah.
over with, right? Get the out of here, so to speak, hi?
Yeah.
Now we're gonna go out with a bang or not, we'll have to find out.
Tony gambled his final week on a glory hole, but the trommel died before he could sluice all its pay.
All right, Kevin, you ready?
I'm not counting.
It's his turn to count.
Let Nick count, there you go. Yeah.
No, we all counted, so it's your turn.
It's your turn to count.
Has Ruby counted yet?
Yeah. This isn't my first Goldway.
Ready. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100.
Tony needs 400 ounces to hit a record 5,000 ounce season goal.
To 10, to 20, to 90, 300.
374, 420.
Slow down, Kevin.
I can keep up with you, Kevin.
It's doing good already, Minnie. 470, 480, 490, 500, 510, 520, 590, 600, 610, 620, 660,
There's more.
680, 690, 694.02.
Worth $1.2 million.
What? Holy crap.
The Glory Hole delivered the best gold of the season and brings their final total to 5,295 ounces, smashing their record gold target and banking the Beat's first $9 million season.
That's a lot of ounces for a week.
For a week.
Absolutely. We reached our goal. We're a little over. I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with it.
King of the Klondike, Tony Beats, is gunning for a record-breaking season.
Overall, I've been pretty happy all season. If we get more than our goal, great.
The King's only 180 ounces away from hitting his 5,000-ounce target and wants to smash through it this week.
With the gold prices the way they are today, you want to keep on sluicing as long as possible. It all depends how much effort you want to put into it as to how much money you want to make.
Tony already has 2 plants producing gold, the Trommel at Paradise Hill and Sluice-A-Lot at Indian River. Now, with time on the season running out, he wants to fire up a 3rd plant, and it's on daughter Monica to make it happen.
It's too bad we didn't get Monica going yet. That Hester cut kind of turned out to be a mess, but it is virgin ground. I looked at it for 40 years, so it's about time to get it out.
7 weeks ago,
This cut was gonna be mine.
Monica attempted to kickstart the 2-acre Hester cut, prime virgin ground left behind by the dredges, that Tony believes could deliver a quick monster payday.
I'm really excited to see what kind of gold we get out of here.
But a series of setbacks.
Looks like a swimming pool full of mud down there. Look out! This is still a problem.
Left Tony's hopes for a 3rd sluicing operation dead in the water. Now, he has a pump draining the cut and is ready to sluice.
We put the pump in there, hopefully we can dry the up so we can work in it.
To dig out the pay dirt, the cut needs to be dry enough to support the weight of the machines.
There goes nothing. It's just yellow, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that man. What the There's not even any use bringing a dozer in on nothing. I mean, there's such a soup hole down there.
The waterlogged mud means getting equipment into the cut is impossible.
I mean, that's not dirt, that's footing.
It's crazy. This not gonna happen, young lady. Sorry.
Talk about a waste of time.
It's too bad because I had my hopes up on that, but this will forget it.
I have an idea. What do you think if we got what gold was left in some of these old-timer tailings? I mean, it's not virgin ground, but there's gold in it still.
1,000 feet from the Hester cut lies a pile of tailings left behind by the old-timers. 4 years ago, Tony sluiced them for 5 weeks, banking 330 ounces.
And when we left there, we weren't done. The time we were there and the time now, the gold price doubled too. I think it's a good idea. Let's do it.
Really glad T-Beats likes the idea. I think it's brilliant, but that's because I had it. Tony, you want the tailings on the other side?
Yeah.
Monica stockpiles the tailings, ready to sluice through the Moose Creek Trommel, and Tony's hopes for a triple plant blitz are back from the dead.
I think it's a great plan. Hopefully by the end of the week, we're gonna have 3 plants going again. It'd be nice to get another plant set up. It's about time. Monica, do you copy? Monica, do you copy?
Yes, I do.
Could you come to the lower yard, please? Could you come to the lower yard, please? I have a bit of a surprise for you. The other day, an opportunity came by. I think she'll be fairly pleased with it. There you go, young lady.
It's a gorgeous machine.
The opportunity presented
Yeah.
itself, so I decided I'd buy the thing. So there you go.
Well, I appreciate it.
Tony's surprise? A new $500,000 wash plant.
I thought it'd be great. The Moose Creek Trommel was going to take way too long, so we can plunk it down there, get it hooked up, and get going.
I still got a birthday present though, right?
We'll see. Let's run the thing.
The new plant is unlike any in Tony's arsenal. Known as a super sluice, it's designed to handle big boulders. Pay dirt is fed into the hopper. Water washes the gold from the rocks. Hydraulic steel fingers push the waste away, while the heavier gold falls to the sluices below.
Bring the other forklift down, and also grab every chain you can find.
To set up the new plant as fast as possible, Tony brings in the A-team. First, Monica and Glenn must lift up the 17-ton plant, while cousin Mike drags the skids into position. Then, Mike Beats will use a dozer to pull it onto its pad.
Oh, goodness. He's got his radio out, which means he's getting ready to yell at me.
Okay, Monica, up a little bit. Up a bit, up a bit, up a bit, up a bit. Up, Monica, Monica, up, Monica. More. Hold it right there, perfect.
Holy
Okay, Mike, pull it, please. Go. Pull it a bit more. Okay, perfect. Put one more skid underneath it, and then it should be good, I hope. Monica, come in straight. Lift it up. Good. A little bit more. Hold it right there. Pull it, Mike. Pull it a little bit more. Perfect. Good. Done. We'll drag it in place. Bingo. Okay, give it.
Skids installed, Mike drags the plant into position next to the old-timer tailings.
Perfect, Mike. Keep it going, man. Keep it going. That's good, Mike. Monica's got the 700.
We're gonna use the 700 to push it the rest of the way into place.
You gotta sit right dead smack in the middle. Keep it coming. That's good.
That was pretty smooth.
Going awesome. We'll level her off. Bingo. Perfect. I think it'd be just right for what Monica needs here.
The new plant's in place, but before Tony can cash in on the old-timer tailings, there's still work to do.
They went awesome, I think. Sluice box is in place. They got to put in the pump, and then it's just a matter of fusing a couple pipes and done.
We've been running these wash plants hard all year, but we're gonna run them the hardest right now, right to the finish line. That's it down there. Hopefully there's a little gold in this ground here.
At Parker's Indian River claim, Foreman Mitch Blaschke is trying to sluice a mountain of pay dirt before the end of the season. With wash plants Big Red and Lucifer both running 24/7. To keep the plants fed, Mitch has elevated one of his green crew members from a rock truck to a loader.
We've got Evan trying to train him up because he's a young guy that's really enthusiastic, wants to be out here learning the machines and how to do things, and he's got a great attitude.
What the is going on? Tyson, you got a copy, Tyson? There's a bunch of rocks in the sluice runs.
We're gonna go ahead and shut her down.
Hit it!
Parker's due back from Alaska. Big Red's down. We have no gold coming in, no money coming in, but a lot going out. We really need to try and hammer this out and get it done. Get us fired back up.
Oh, we got Big Red down this morning. It's got a lot of large material going down the sluice runs.
At Parker Schnabel's airstrip claim, Mitch and Tyson have had to shut down Big Red after Evan spotted rocks in the sluice runs.
Just gonna take a look at it. You know, you see all these here? That means we have a blown out screen, and it's gotta be a pretty big hole for rocks this size to be coming in. And when the rocks land in spots like this, it'll create dead spots where the gold isn't being caught. So as you can tell, the runs are littered in rocks, so I'm gonna have to go and hand pick all these out and get up in the screen deck and change that screen.
You know, the material that we're running right now, as you can see from the tailings here, is really sharp, aggressive rock. So you think about all that material working its way across this wash plant hours and hours a day. And you know, these screens are pretty thin to begin with. And then when you go and work that material over the top, eventually it cuts through them. So we're gonna remove the old screen, bring the new one in, get her bolted back up.
The screen deck meshing separates large rocks from the finer pay dirt, allowing the gold-rich material to drop through the screens. But if the screen breaks, the large rocks fall through as well. Once in the sluices, the rocks block the flow of water, stopping the riffles from catching the gold and washing it out of the end of the box.
You see it? Now we've got a bad screen here. Check that one out the bottom. Yeah, just like that. It's looking good.
It's been a fight getting Big Red set up, but hopefully the fight is over.
She's fixed. Time to fire it up. It's a good feeling. You know, if Evan hadn't have spotted this, more and more material would have built up in the sluice runs until we're doing all this work, we're washing all these rocks, but we're not catching any gold.
Running the plant by myself, knowing that they trust me to do so. It's a big step up, and I'm really happy to be taking it right now.
Just need to keep working everything on that.
Hello, guys.
What up, buddy?
You got our baby back in action?
Back up and rolling.
Well, it looks like you got her turned up.
She's cranking through the dirt right now. But man, it just feels good to have Big Red back up and running.
Yeah, but you guys got that done in a hurry. So it's the final stretch. We just got to hunker in and keep feeding it, huh?
I mean, it's pretty wild. You look down there, and that's the property line.
Definitely a pretty ambitious season, and thank you guys for making it happen.
Got two of them running again. How good is that?
Hopefully we can keep it running.
Hey, Parker.
Hey, man. Happy birthday.
Oh my gosh, for me? Thanks.
It's an ashtray.
Oh, is it real gold?
It's our gold.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Holy cow. Oh my gosh.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So everything's made out of gold from here.
A golden ashtray. Holy cow.
You guys can expect something similar in 30 years, 40 years.
$6.95.
Yeah.
Worth $12,000.
Seems like saying thank you is not enough.
You're everybody's friend out here, you know?
Yeah.
And we all really appreciate that. And
Thank you.
That's from the crew.
Oh, thank you.
Got Big Red set up and just got it up and going.
So Big Red didn't get a whole lot of runtime?
Day and a half.
Oh.
Yeah. Want to see?
Sure.
Now, it's time for the first gold from the runway cut.
10, there we go. 20, 30, 40, 51.6.
Worth nearly $90,000. But if they can run Big Red for a full week, it could deliver $500,000.
And Lucifer's been purring right along too. There's been no majors on that, so we got a good number here, T.
Lucifer has been running dirt from the payback cut. The last cleanup produced 210 ounces.
Alrighty, let's do it. 20, 40, 150, 200, 300, 330, 336.05. It's not bad.
Not at all.
Worth nearly $600,000.
Now you get Big Red to do that too, and we'll have some pretty nice weeks.
Well, you guys happy to be done moving wash plants?
It's a lot of work, that's for sure, but you know, to have Big Red there, and I mean, you look at the property lines right there, we're at it. So now it's a matter of just getting all that dirt through these plants, and pretty crazy. Like, you look at how many miles of ground we've gotten through over the years, and to be at the last little bit of it.
Just lose it or lose it.
Yeah.
Thanks, fellas.
No problem. See you guys later.
It's mid-September, and King of the Klondike, Tony Beats, is on track to sail past his 5,000-ounce gold.
The rate we're going, we can hit it. How the weather would smarten up, eh?
Only 900 ounces short. Tony's all in on the 80 pup cut, which last week delivered over 500 ounces of White Channel gold.
I mean, we got some great gold waste coming out of 80 pup these days. That is nothing but great paying. Piles of it. And I would really like to see that continue. But with all this rain in the water in that pond, there'll be a bit of dike work. We had some issues with them already this year that we had to build them up and fix them.
12 weeks ago, Tony started sluicing 24 hours a day, doubling the water flowing from the trommel into the settling ponds below.
Tony, do you copy? We've got multiple breaks in a dike.
They're gonna have to build these dikes up, and we'll end up with a pretty decent road.
Forcing Tony to shut down to build up and strengthen the dikes.
That looks good. That looks good.
Now, with water levels rising again, Tony is going on the offensive.
You don't want to with your ponds, so better make sure everything is in A1 shape. Nick D copy, Nick D copy.
Yeah.
Yeah, take that 220 to the dikes, right by the pump area there, because all this water coming down these days, sure as we're gonna have to do something down there.
Yeah. Weather is it has been raining a lot, so water is gonna keep coming in. So I do gotta hurry up so this dike doesn't break. Very wet already. Hope I won't sink here. Oh, I'm really going down here. This is not good. This is bad. Tony, do you copy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stuck here in 220. This is not good. We're gonna need some equipment here. really quick.
If you hang in, then I'll bring them to you in a minute. Mike just called. He said he got stuck in the pond. I don't know where the he's at. Anyway, I got to get down there, assess the situation, and then we'll deal with that accordingly. Holy you got it stuck, did you?
Yeah, it's a mess.
That's no surprise. It's like a plumb, right?
Yeah. Hey, Mike. Why the got him? Come here. The cousin up.
Okay, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump at a 349. You are gonna sit over here because you got the longer boom, yeah? And then I'll be sitting beside you. And then we'll both grab a side of the bucket, yeah? Make sure you get your bucket stretched out so we can get beside it.
Yep.
And then we'll see if we can pull you the out of there. Well, they had no clue, of course, because it's a settling pond. They had no business being there, trying to take a shortcut. So here we are, have an excavator buried. So hopefully we get lucky and be one pull. Okay, Mike, let's try it. More. Come more my way, more.
We're dragging him into the mud, Dad. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Mike, get the out of there.
Yeah, so we tried to pull it this way, and because it's so wet, the excavator, all the tracks just dug themselves into the dirt. So it only got worse.
She's starting to have little dimples. See, Mom has breakfast for you.
Heavy rain has slowed production on Paradise Hill all week, but Tony Beats is hoping the 80 pup continues to deliver big gold, helping him smash his 5,000-ounce goal.
No, it's doing excellent. We lost a couple hours by Mike having the excavator stuck because the guy doesn't listen to your directions, drives right across the settling pond, guess what? Sings it 220.
I heard that.
Did you give directions in English, Dutch, or Frisian?
I forget.
Okay.
Anyway, no damage done. Took us what? 2-3 hours get it out?
Yeah.
Something like that?
It came out a lot easier than I thought it would.
That was my engineering, by the way.
Of course, you're going to get good at engineering getting them out when you keep getting them in there.
Oh. Nice, Mike. Nice. I'll remember that, too.
Practice makes perfect, right?
Yeah. Okay, weigh it up, Mike.
Ready?
Pour it.
Okay, let's go. 10, 15, 20, 30, 40.
To keep the family on track,
80, 90.
Tony needs over 300 ounces.
240, 250, 260, 270, 280, 290, 290, 300. Hurry up. 350, 360, 370, 380, 390, 400, 470, 480, 490, 499.94.
Worth $850,000, bringing their total to 4,601 ounces.
That's looking pretty good for 6 days.
Absolutely. That 80 pup does very well.
Actually, that has been doing really well.
Yes, that is exceptional.
Need a bigger tray next time because this one barely fit at all.
We have a day more sluicing, but it's still good gold.
Well, it looks like it's paying good, so that's the best part. I mean, we're getting close, but the weather is so we're not quite there yet. Anyway, so far so good. I'm pretty happy with it. Right?
Me too.
When you do $1 million in a week, what the is the matter with that? You have to.
Dude.
Good job, baby.